They haven't seen each other in 20 years.
I'm free to do what I want.
But tonight, they're returning to their hometown to finish the ultimate bar crawl.
This is our chance to finally conquer the Golden Mile. 12 pubs, 12 pints.
And this time, they're going to make it to the last bar, the World's End.
Let's go!
Come on.
Hook 'em horns.
Right?
Yeah?
You know what's up.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Yes. So just start off. This is not for the third Pirates of the Caribbean movie. This is a different movie.
It's
This
true.
is The World's End.
It's
not
true.
World's
It's
not
End,
at
yes.
World's End.
Have you
Yes.
been sued by Disney yet? For
I don't think
tried.
they have. No, I don't think that actually no, because we registered it a long time ago.
There was a whole scene where we arrived in the Black Pearl, which we had to cut off.
Awesome.
Go on then.
So you guys have known each other for a long time, correct?
Correct.
How
Yes.
far back? Was it before Space?
It was definitely before Pirates of the Caribbean 3.
It kind of been after
Space,
Space,
could
if you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
So it was, I mean, Nick and I met probably about 5 years before we started writing Spaced.
Okay.
And hung out a lot. We met Edgar
92,
a couple of years
93?
before we started. Yeah, I met Edgar in '96. I met you in '93.
Yeah.
20 years of fried gold.
20 years of fried gold.
Awesome. And what are the advantages of being able to y'all all done your different things together or apart, but when you come together, what are the kind of distinct advantages of knowing even beyond y'all producers?
I think graphic sex talk. Like
We don't have to have a willy contest again.
I lift Edgar's pecker up when he needs it. Sometimes on set things are a bit heavy, and I just kind of go up to him and say boing.
And he knows what it
What
means.
does that mean?
but seriously,
No.
that is serious.
I was being serious.
But no, it's great, because we're making. I think we can be honest with each other. I think that's what we were trying to say. In terms of not only in the writing of the script and also just the performances and stuff. It's great to kind of work with people that you work with for years because you have this chemistry, you have this shorthand, but you also can be completely honest with each other. There's no kind of pussyfooting around any subject,
Absolutely. And there are a lot of movies out there that are kind of drinking centric. Project X and Superbad and The Hangover. When you set out to make this movie, how did you want to kind of differentiate it from kind of what's out there? And I think you really did. It's pretty obvious that it's very different, but
Well, I think sort of we show the positives and negatives of it, basically. I think, the thing is, the difference between Project X and this is it's kind of like what seems like it's fun at 18 might not be exactly the same at 40. Yeah. So I think that's the big difference. And, but it's like Simon's character, Gary King, is somebody who desperately wants to be 18 again and who wants to go on this wild adventure, which would probably suit the people of Project X a lot more or Superbad. But then it's just funny seeing like the other adults have to regress. It's almost like alcohol is a magic time machine to being teenagers again. Yes. So it's something about really, the film is about nostalgia and sort of turning back the clock, and beer fuels that kind of time tunnel.
If there'd been a sequel to Superbad and it had been about Jonah Hill being a 40-year-old alcoholic trying to get Michael Cera to come to a party with him, we would have been worried.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Superbad 2, Back in Time.
Yeah.
And about drinking, so you guys, I read, don't really drink all that much.
Well,
kind of,
two of the three.
But is it tough acting drunk? Trying to get all the.
It's tough acting. I mean, you have to do it well. I think the key is don't do too much. I think drunk people don't, they try to pretend they're not drunk, and I think if you see someone acting in a film and they're like, oh, hello, I'm a bit drunk. It's too much, You've got to do as little as possible. It's all about the eyes and slow blinking and maybe, an elbow falling off the table.
Also, even though we don't drink as prodigiously as the boys in the film anymore, we did at some point. And as Stanislavski pointed out, one uses the emotional memory of such things. I can remember being drunk.
You can remember being drunk.
I can remember being drunk. I've been severely drunk in the past.
I was drenched last night.
From the rain.
Yeah.
Try spelling Stanislavski when you're drunk.
Right,
Try getting drunk with Stanislavski. He's a monster.
One last question. I think the most important for our American viewers. Royal Baby, your thoughts?
Oh, Well,
It's-
there was a
it's
massive.
It's not mine.
There's a massive electrical storm just after it was born. So I'd like to say 2 words: The Omen.
There goes Edgar's knighthood. You know, listen, it's nice. We have a new baby, and when they knock on the door and say it's your turn to change it, I will be ready.
Yes, as all British people must do.
We all
Absolutely.
have to do it
We
once.
have to do it once.
Alrighty.
We can do it if we're here in the country, though. We can do it by post.
Something that we don't have anymore, really. Alrighty.
No.
Yeah.
You could have done, but you got rid of it.
No, it's not my call. One day,
Edward, you really up.
Yeah, sorry.
Very royal name, Edward.
You
by
do
the way.
have a royal name.
I
You
thought I was
should
gonna be the new
I
king,
think you're the
maybe.
royal baby.
I could be.
You're certainly a royal babe.
I'm gonna capture that and send that to my girlfriend. Well, thank you guys so much for this interview. I really loved the movie. It was
Thank you.
fantastic and good work.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Edward.
much.
Hook 'em
Cheers.
horns.
Hook 'em, hook 'em, hook 'em.
We're just 5 friends on a night out, having a good time.
The World's End.
What the hell is that? We are gonna get to the world's end if it kills us. Oh no!
Doomsday.